as always, if you're not watching this live, continue to watch, listen to it like a podcast. So many of you guys have been doing that, especially since I've been messaging it. And just remember, if you make it to the end and you listen to it as a podcast, let me know in a comment. I want to hear, yo, dude, listen to it not live. I love just engaging with you guys after the live stream. So, sorry about that. I'm ready, dude. I'm ready for this live stream. It's gonna be a good live stream. I have a confession, guys. I have a confession. I'm so tired. I have not slept in easily 4 days, something like that, between just like editing and like working, and then with Bristol waking up early in the morning, getting bad sleep. Roman's been having a hard time sleeping the last couple nights too, and then last night, if you're following my Instagram, which you're not following my Instagram, what are you doing? On my Instagram, I showed on my stories that Roman had to go to the doctor last night because he possibly broke his foot. We'll find out officially tomorrow if his foot is broken or if it's like severely sprained, anything like that. Sometimes with a break, especially in a little kid, it takes a couple days to figure that out. So he's got to get re-x-rayed tomorrow, if not Tuesday, if the doctor can't get him in tomorrow. But little dude's doing good. He's healing up. He is a trooper. He was playing soccer, by the way, if anyone wants to know what happened to him. Dude was playing soccer, ate it. Oh, I need to get off my Wi-Fi and get on. Because I don't know what the stream quality is like, because I'm on my internet. Yeah, dude, DB Snow. With the 720 hype. Dude, thanks for the $7 20-cent donation, dude. First of the live stream. I need to call upon Bobby. Hey, babe, can you put your phone or the iPad's Wi-Fi on? No. Pretty, please.
I'll take the iPad. Tell me when you can see it.
I see it. So what happens when you're doing everything off hotspot. You can't overload the hotspot. From my office, you guys want to hear my numbers? I did a speed test. I'm connecting to the iPad. Let's see if it actually connects. It's like thinking about it. Sorry about this. This is usually something I handle before I get live. Totally spaced it. Oops, it's not joining. Or did it join? Okay. It says I'm connected to the iPad. Okay. So my speeds for my internet. My ping is a 147. My download megabytes per second is 29.8. And my upload is 0.33. That is horrible. That's when I'm in the office. It's a little better when you go out like onto the deck or like right next to the window because you're closer to the tower. But yeah, we're not pulling the strongest numbers here in the casa, but that's okay. I'm sure the iPad's even worse. And then we got Michael coming in with a 1080 donation. But he drops every single live stream, dude. Michael, thank you once again for the 1080. But dude, he's giving away the secret. I don't know if it's a secret, but he's letting you guys know because he didn't say anything. All he did was drop 2 surfers. We dropped a surfer and then a snowboarder in the chat. We are going surfing, Team Buckhouse. I have never surfed in my life, and we're going surfing. Yep. When we go to Big Snow, the water park is open, and in the wave pool, they do surf sessions. And so my first time ever surfing will be indoors in a wave pool, which I think might be the best way to learn, and then go out to the ocean and try and figure it out. But first off, and Greg's coming too. Greg's in the chat. What up, Greg? I've never surfed. First off, I'm not. If you guys watched the family video, the ocean is very strange to me. I grew up in Colorado, so not around the water, and so it's going to be. Let me turn this baby monitor all the way off. It's going to be super interesting, but we're gonna send it. I'm super excited to get out there and paddle, and We're gonna do a triple threat, so we'll surf, skateboard, and snowboard in the same day. Gonna hit the triple threat. That's what Greg just said it. So it's gonna be sick. By the way, we got Maddox here. Nicholas is here. What up? We got Reese in the house. I'm about to buy new snowboard stuff, so hopefully I can learn something. Yeah. So Reese, the topic of today's live stream is Jason just threw me off. Are you overpaying for your snowboard gear? So we'll jump into that once more people jump on this live stream. But dude, Jason, out of nowhere with the $50 donation, dude. Thank you so much. Popsicles for Roman. Nothing helps a busted up ankle like popsicles. Dude, thank you so much for... That's a lot of popsicles, but we will hook Roman up for sure, Jason. Thank you for that $50 donation. Yeah, so if you guys aren't following my Instagram, you didn't see it. Roman possibly broke his foot. It's in the under his arch and above his foot is where he's saying the pain is. He hasn't stood up since 4 p.m. yesterday. It happened playing soccer, and we're gonna figure it out. But Jason, dude, thank you for that $50 donation for the little dude. I did tell him because he did not want to go to the doctor. He was like, I don't want to go to the doctor. They're gonna cut my foot off. I'm like, they're not gonna cut your foot off. I have no idea where you got that idea from. But as a parent, you will learn that bribing is a really good way to get things taken care of. So I told him we'd get him a toy if we went to the doctor. So we owe that dude a toy. Daniel says, bad news, the California fire has reached Sierra at Tahoe Resort. No. Hoping they can stop it there. Yeah, that's awful. I really hope they do. Hope your Roman is hanging in there. Appreciate it, Jason. JL says, what's good? Stuck at work, but it's slow night. Should be able to catch a good portion of the stream. JLS, dude. Hope you have a sick night. And appreciate you jumping on the live stream. Hopefully, I can provide some entertainment for you. I didn't feel like I'm short of breath. Not like COVID. Sometimes happens when I drink energy drinks. I get so, but I'm still going to drink this energy drink. Because like I said, I'm exhausted. Because like last night we were at the hospital till 12:30. So then we got home at like 1 in the morning. And then because the little dude, so Roman fell asleep, we put the cast, like the temporary cast on him, and he was sleeping. So I knew he was gonna wake up and be like, what's on my foot? And so I wanted to be near him when he did that. So Roman slept in our bed last night, which was like the most uncomfortable thing ever. And then also we got Bristol waking up for bottles and stuff. I got like 2 hours of sleep last night. It was rough. I did get a deck nap, swinging on the deck, took a nap for like 10 minutes or something. So we're using the power of caffeine and to get through this one. L Stacker says, I'm overpaying for snowboard gear for sure. Most people are. And I'm going to give you guys my tips on how to not overpay for gear in a minute. Clip Alliance, what up? David Leifer, D. Leifer, what up, dude? Going to Big Snow tomorrow. Dude, have fun. It looks so good. I can't wait to get out there. Yeah, so Kenny, what up, Kenny? Kenny was going to come up here and skateboard with me today, but we had to cancel just because I had to stay and help Bobby with the little dude. And if you're a parent of multiple children, you know this. They feed off each other. Even though Bristol's 2 months, she'll start whining, then Roman will whine. She'll hear Roman whining, so she'll whine even more. Lee Miller says, 100% overpaying for gear. Jack, what up? Sebastian, how we doing? Hello from Nova Scotia, Canada. That's so cool. Path. What up? We have so many people watching from all over the world. It's literally the coolest thing in the world. In the world, this channel is the coolest thing in the world. Sorry. Gotta burp sometimes. Watching from Connecticut. I've been surfing a bit out here on the East Coast. It's super fun. Surf is big deal here in Nova Scotia. Dude, I'm nervous. Surfing looks super fun though. But like to me, the only type of surfing that looks fun is like surfing in board shorts. And I am going to order like a t-shirt from online to wear because I don't want to get TMI, too much information. I don't want my nipples to get all rubbed raw and then try and snowboard with really raw nipples. Like, it's not something I'm trying to do. So I'm gonna get like whatever the t-shirt thing is, the surf shirt. But I would ideally like to surf in warm water, not this freezing cold. Put on a wetsuit. That does not look appetizing to me at all. Shiley in the house. What up, Shiley? NR1, how we doing? Patrick, what up? Apples Alpine, how we doing? Keep It Real Snowboarding says, keep it real is in the house. Dude, calling it out. Cool Bray Bray, hello. Keith is watching from PA. Jason says, hello, I have a question. I'm 6'3" and size 15 boots. What would you suggest? So you're going to need a huge snowboard is what I would suggest. You're a big 6'3", size 15 boot. You need a huge snowboard. What you need to do, Tyson, is first off, you definitely need a wide snowboard. I don't even know if they make ultra wide, but size 15 foot is massive. What you need to do is you need to go on like Burton, like Google search like Burton size chart and try and see the big, like they'll have a size chart for how big you are and what type of board you got. But honestly, being that big, my dude, maybe hit up Donic Snowboards. I think they're in Breckenridge, but they make custom boards and they can make a board to your size. They also make like Ryan Napton's boards, and they make his snowboards like the widest snowboard I've ever seen. So you could be like, yo, I'm in a unique situation where I'm a huge dude. Can you guys help me out? And they can definitely like, okay, you're this tall, this weight. We recommend a board this long, this wide, all this stuff. Might cost you more. It might cost you more than just buying a snowboard off the shelf, but you have a snowboard that's tailored to your body type, which being 6'3" with a size 15 foot. You're on the peaking the normal size of a snowboarder, so it might be worth it for sure. What's up? The new season is right around the corner, JC. It really is. Does anyone know when Johnathan will be going to Powder Ridge on the East Coast? I have no idea. Greg says, 100% overpaying for gear. I like new shiny things. I think we're going to enter the conversation with Greg's intro. We also got 42 people here. So are you overpaying for your snowboard gear? Most people, I would say, are. Now, sometimes it's fine to pay full price or retail price for items, especially like if it's brand new, it's like top of the line, you want it. Yeah, it's not a bad thing. You totally can do it. But just so you know, there are many ways to save money on gear and not pay the top dollar and still get the top of the line product and things like that. So one of the options is, well, first off, ski resort shops. So like the like Breck Sports or Keystone Sports or the sports shops that are at the bottom of ski resorts tend to be the most expensive place to buy gear. So if you show up at a ski resort and you're like, man, I've been kind of wanting to get new goggles, I'm just going to go in here and get them. Well, you're probably going to be paying the highest price for goggles. There are like ski and snowboard shops like Christie Sports or like Big Five Sporting Goods. You can get the same product probably at a lower price, but those on-resort ski shops are banking on people that are desperate. They like forgot their goggles, they forgot a beanie or something. So they're expecting people to walk in and be like, I have to have this gear for today and I gotta pay this crazy price. So try to not buy your gear on the resort. That's gonna be where it's gonna be the most expensive. Obviously, the cheapest place you can find is usually online. I actually am very notorious of buying a lot of snowboard gear on Amazon. I know people like support your local shop. I'd love to do that. But sometimes, dude, the Amazon price is the best price. Something I like to do too, and I'm going to do it this week, is Christie Sports in Silverthorne is doing their like before season sale. So they have all their gear from last year that they didn't sell, all the 2020 gear. Well, everyone wants that, or 2021 gear? What year are we in? Yeah. Everyone wants that 2022, you know? No one wants the 2021. That stuff's outdated. So you can get a lot of gear for 40% off, like 30 to 40% off if you go and check out their before season sale. I think that's one of my favorite times to go get stuff. before Sports Authority went out of business, they had like Sneagrab. Grab. It's bargain spelled backwards. Clever. That's where I would get a lot of my gear before the season, especially my snowboard socks and stuff was there. By the way, any of my snowboard gear, if you guys are interested, is linked in the description. You just hit the see more or the description of the video, and there's a lot of links. I'm actually going to make that look a little prettier, but don't be overwhelmed. It's actually categorized really well. If you want like my gloves, my bindings, my binding bag, my board lock, goggles, helmet, face mask, pants, like literally screwdriver, red jacket, yellow jacket, camo jacket, tan jacket, old jacket, snowboard bib, snowboard vest. Like it's all linked in the description if you guys want to check out any of that gear. And it's also an Amazon affiliate. So if you use any of those links, you are supporting the channel. But you don't have to buy my specific item. Like say like if you go to like my helmet to like start off with, and then you find a different helmet you like and you buy that one, I still get the percentage because you guys went through that click funnel. Another really cool way to get gear really cheap is to I'll show you. Talk to a shop owner. So like I really wanted the split board Orca and I wanted it in a specific size, and so I went to a shop owner and I was like, hey, this is the board I want, can you order it from LibTech? And he was like, not only can I order it, they have a Blemished version, because I was talking to him. And here's the Blemish right here. It's this little hole. If you can see, here's your inserts. They missed an insert. They like shot it the wrong size. So this single hole right here, that's not going to affect, and they filled it in with PTEX. It's not going to affect the board at all. It's just a blemish. Saved me $250 on this $1,000 snowboard. So it's a big deal to save that much money on stuff that's this expensive. So just go into the shop. So if you can speak to the owner, it's the best. But maybe the manager and be like, hey, do you have any, like, I'm looking for this. Do you know if there's any blemished versions, things like that? Just talk to the owner, and you can definitely find yourself a better deal sometimes. So like I was hyped on saving $250 on this snowboard. But the last tip, and then I'm gonna start talking with you guys, and then share your guys' ways of saving money too when it comes to snowboard gear. Obviously in the chat or in the comments, like let's help people start saving money on gear. The last way to get gear on a cheap, and I actually might like, it's hard because I don't like to go film in stores, and a lot of stores don't like when you come in and film. But I'd love to show you guys like how to get a deck, like a boot binding snowboard for the cheapest possible. The best way I think to truly do it is go into like a Christie Sports or any ski shop and say, hey, I'd love to buy last year's demo gear. Do you have any of that gear? And usually at the end of the season or right before the next season, so like right now is the best time to go ask, because these ski resorts or these ski shops demo the best boards all year long, hoping to sell them. All the 2021 versions of them, now they're going to be demoing the 2022. So that those 2021 boards they're selling at a discounted rate, and they are used, but they're normally not that beat up. So you can go, hey, do you have like the demo War Pig? Or do you have the demo Battalion? Blah blah blah. All the super, like, do you have a demo Orca? Like, I really want to get an Orca. They also do that with, they do boot returns. So you can buy snowboard boots sometimes that have never really been worn. Maybe they've been worn one day, but like Christie Sports, I keep using Christie Sports as an example. It's just the biggest retailer near me. They do a thing where if you have like you can return your boots after like 20 days, even if you've ridden them. So sometimes people go ride their boots like 3 times, killer feet, they hate them, they return them. Well, you can buy those used boots, so maybe they might have your size, and you get to save hundreds of dollars on these boots. And the bindings, same thing. They have the demoed bindings, stuff like that. So go into your local ski shop and ask, do you have any demo gear for sale? And you can check it out. The demo gear is going to be a lot cheaper than the full priced gear. Now, we did get a donation from Sebastian with a $5 super chat, dude. Thank you so much for the donation. He says, Christie Sports is having an online blowout sale gear right now. Very good deals with $50 off. Let's go, Sebastian. Thanks for the $5 donation, but also sharing that with people. It's basically gear buying time, by the way. So good to know that Christie Sports has an online blowout as well. So $50 off. That's awesome. Dun, 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 dun. I don't even know where to start in this chat. I might start where I left off. But yeah, those are my couple quick tips on the live stream with the live stream topics on how to save some money on gear. Rylan Smith says, I have a race just outside of Denver in January, so I was gonna bring my board with me. Which resort would you recommend? In January, dude, honestly, any of them. But a lot of it depends on what pass you have. But if you don't have a season pass at all, maybe try like A Basin or Loveland. They're the closest to Denver that aren't crazy expensive, like $200 for the day. So try those two. I'm making a resort review on Eldora next. I filmed a resort review for the Rock Snow Park in Wisconsin. That was filmed today. That I'll post tomorrow. And then I'm filming the Eldora resort review, and the resort reviews are back, baby. Hope you guys are ready for some more resort reviews. Definitely plan on hitting Ohio for the season. By the way, on the topic of Ohio, who you guys got in the fight tonight? Jake Paul versus is it Nate Robinson? Nate Robinson, is that his name? Is Jake Paul gonna knock out another person? Is Jake Paul a real boxer? Let me know. Should I make a poll? Is Jake Paul going to win? I'm asking you guys. You guys let me know. Question of the live stream. Jason says, Def overpaying. Me, is that on sale? I'll pay full price. Well, my poll just popped up in front of my chat. I can't see anything. Go away. I can't wait to hear your tips. I hope those tips helped you. We have 54% of people saying Jake Paul is going to win. I actually think Jake Paul is going to win as well. Shadi says, my dad was like, there is no way that Johnathan is coming to peak and peak because it's so little. You need to figure out when he's going to come. So glad that we aren't going to go to Florida in Feb. Yeah, it's peak. I don't know when we're coming out to peak and peak, but yeah, we're riding every small resort, Shiley. It's going down. Nick, what up? You should go surfing at the Wedge. Perfect beginner place. Where's the Wedge at? Yeah, we're going surfing. We're going to figure it out. Definitely a beginner. Ohio is the easiest state to knock off your list. It only has 5 to 10 ski hills. I actually think Arizona might be one of the easiest, because I think Arizona only has 4. And then another really easy one is Alabama has 1 ski resort. But yeah, no, 5 to 10 will probably Cool Bray for Ohio. We'll probably do that in one trip. Like one trip to Ohio, knock out all 10 ski resorts and get out of there. Never come back. Not joking. It will come back if it's sick enough. Pat the Sound Guy says, I'm definitely going to be overpaying for some gear this season. I'm going to drop close to 700 Canadian on a new hard boot for my race board. Everything hard boot is really expensive. Dude, you hard boot? I want to make a hard boot video. I really want to go out hard boot this upcoming season. I think that'd be fun. To try hard booting. I bet it's expensive. Those like the niches in the niche are always way more expensive. Like split boarding. It's a niche inside of a niche, and so it's even more expensive. Sebastian's buying his pass this weekend. Let's go. What time is it where you all are at? It is almost 7 here. So I don't know when the fight is going to start, but I'm going to watch the fight. Drainjik says, I had to buy some goggles at the resort once. Never used them until one day it was snowing and I had to. Drainjik, don't do it. Do not buy the goggles at a ski resort. Buy Johnathan Buckhouse Pro Model Kuno optics that are dropping in October. So I got on the phone with my boy Tommy at Kuno Optics, and We discussed numbers. He says 150 is a safe. He's like, might be 200 pairs. So if you guys want a pair of the custom Johnathan Buckhouse pro model goggles, it's limited quantity. So buy them. I mean, there's 40 people here right now. And that's only 4 people that can make this live stream. There's easily 200 people that want these goggles, especially like I have friends and family that don't even ski and snowboard, but they're like, you got what? I'm buying a pair. So be ready for that. That number might increase, but we're gonna play it safe. We're gonna say 150, possibly up to 200 pairs. So if you want the pair, be ready. And it's looking like the first week in October. He said push the release date back a week. It's just hard right now manufacturing in China. They are made in China. Just because of COVID and everything, manufacturing's you guys know the world we're living in right now. Sierra Adventures, how did you pull that off? He says, I got my GNU 155 Danny Cass Signature Monster Edition, paid 150, still in package. Dude, Sierra Adventures, that's a win. Greg said, before I got my Huck Knife Pro, I bought a year-old last season model Burton that was on sale, was still a brand new board for half the price. 100%, Greg. That's how you do it. Greg knows. Shiley says, I have my snowboard shop sale this weekend, and I'm so stoked because I'm buying a new board. You know what that means, new stickers. Let's go, Shiley. With your snowboard, Shiley, though, make sure it's the right size. So just once again, Google snowboard size chart, and you can go off of another, because you're going to go into a board shop. So even in the board shop, you have a smartphone, you can Google it, whatever board you're looking at. Don't buy a board that's too big for you or too small for you. Make sure you check out a size chart and get the proper size snowboard, because sometimes you go into that snowboard shop and you see the prettiest, most sickest snowboard ever, and you're like, I want it, and you buy it even though they don't even have your size, which you're like, it's so dope looking even though it's above my head, and it just doesn't work out. Apple says, how are your boots holding up? I remember when you were breaking them in. Dude, breaking in the boots is a nightmare, and they're trashed. Like they're not even waterproof anymore. The seals have like cracked on them and stuff. I mean, 140 days on a new pair of boots, or on a pair of boots, they're just not going to last that long. So I will be getting new boots. That's actually what I'm going to go into Christie Sports looking for primarily, is getting the boots that I want. I might try different routes of breaking them in instead of just doing it while snowboarding, because that kind of killed my feet. Not only did it kill my feet, like when I caught my heel edge and got a concussion, I truly believe that's because I was on new boots. It's just I was on new boots. I was feeling confident, and it just caught me, So I don't want to have another thing like that. Kyle, what up, dude? Live stream you on. Sorry, Kyle in the house. How we doing? Owen, hello, hi. JL says, JB or anyone in Colorado Springs area selling a used beginner snowboard by chance? I'm not selling any snowboards for a couple reasons. One, I trash my snowboards. Two, all my snowboards are trash. And three, I really don't want to sell you guys any trash snowboards. I literally trash them. Kenny says, my advice is to go to Play It Again Sports and buy slightly used gear. Let's go, Kenny. See, I'm not a big, sometimes these, Play It Again Sports, I mean, I guess for me, it's the Recycled Sports in Frisco. Sometimes I feel like they overprice things sometimes. You're almost basically paying full price for used gear, and it really bugs me. But yeah, if you can go to, a Recycled Sports store and get the slightly used gear for a good price, I say do it. The other thing to consider is ski swap, especially if you've got children. Some retailer, I don't know which one it is, will let you trade in the gear and upgrade it every year. And that's all of it's all slightly used gear, but so your son's 5 and he was on this board, you come back with the board the next year, you give it back to them, they give you a board for a 6-year-old, and then that goes to a different 5-year-old, and it's a pretty sick system. So look into those programs as well. Jerome Johnson says, can you get snowboard gear so you can get snowboard gear for much cheaper by saying, do you have demo gear? Yeah, 100%. Like you literally go in and say, hey, do you have like any demo gear for sale? Do you have any like slightly used gear for sale? Any returns? Like I'm telling you, that's one of the best ways and easiest ways to get a killer deal on a snowboard, some bindings, some boots. Bradley says tips for... Sorry, I'm about to yawn, so... The live stream goes. Like I said, I was out till 1 in the morning with Roman at the hospital. I did not get much sleep last night, so I apologize for the yawns. Bradley Neal says, tips on building confidence to go faster. So I actually have a how to snowboard faster video. Now that I think about it. See if I can pull it up. Playlist. Snowboard faster. So here's a video. If you're interested on how to snowboard faster, check this video link out right here. A lot of it comes down to, in order to snowboard faster, you need to make sure you're actually doing the turn properly. A lot of people aren't turning their snowboard properly in the first place, that it's slowing them down. If you're not truly knee steering and connecting turns from the front of your snowboard, there's a good chance that you're back foot ruddering, and every time you turn, you shave off speed. When you're properly carving, you should never lose speed in a turn. You're actually generating speed throughout the turns. And so my number one tip is make sure you're actually turning your snowboard properly if you want to snowboard faster. But obviously, one of the fastest ways to snowboard fast is to put your board straight down the hill. Straight down is going to take you the fastest. That's the bro tip for me, is if you want to go fast, put your board down the hill. Just know anytime you're going across the fall line, you're going slower. Ebo is running a sale until the 6th, if anyone's looking for gear. Tips on building confidence. Oh, I already answered that one. Drangic says Tyron Woodley, that's his name. Former USC champion said, I think Jake Paul will win, but Woodley has some KO power. Yeah, so that's the hard thing, is like UFC fighters are coming to boxing to fight Jake, who's trained in boxing. But UFC's not boxing. There is striking in UFC, but you get to like kick people and tackle them and wrestle them and stuff. So we'll see. I think one of the biggest things Jake Paul has on his side is everyone always underestimates them. So I don't think they train as hard. Jake Paul's out there training his butt off. It's like catching people, knocking them out. I wish Jake Paul wasn't going to win. NR1 Film says, do you plan on snowboarding in Canada, or are you sticking to the US? I'll definitely get up to Canada. I don't know when, but we will. Keith in the house says, the wedge in Newport Beach is expensive level. Oh, the wedge, it's in Newport Beach. Dude, even the surfing we're doing in Big Snow is very expensive. But I really, the only reason I'm like, okay, and cool with paying what we paid for a single session of snowboarding or surfing, is I think the video is going to do really well, and I really think you guys are going to enjoy the content. And sometimes for me, and I said this before, for me, sometimes it's worth taking a loss on a video if I think it's going to help build the community and help make us, the community, stronger and just our overall goal. I think it's important that I try surfing. I think it's important that I have B-roll of me eating it up surfing. If anyone ever asks about it, if I want to talk about it, like I need to know. And so that's a day in a video that I'm willing to not make my money back on to progress this channel further, if that makes sense. But Kyle coming in with a $20 Venmo donation. Kyle, dude, thank you for the huge $20 donation. Says, get Roman something to make him feel better. 100%. Kyle, I appreciate the donation for Roman. We will get something for the little dude to make him feel better. $20. That kid he definitely could figure out where to spend $20. It's so funny because he has a piggy bank, and the way I do it is anytime there's like a couple dollars, like I got like $3 here, I'll just go put this in his piggy bank. It's like his trip fund, whatever. Anyway, I try to give as much money to my kids as possible. So he has a piggy bank full of money. And so we'll be at the store and he'll be like, Dad, I want to buy this. I'm like, no, man, that's a lot of money. He goes, I have a lot of money. It's in my piggy bank, Dad. I have a lot of money. I'm like, dude, stop. Oh, you're killing me. Gino says, going back to Colorado, any recommendations for a ski in, ski out? Ooh, like a condo? I mean, a lot. It's so hard, Gino, because it's like, well, how much are you trying to spend? Most of Colorado ski and ski outs are super expensive, like $300 a night, $400 a night. I don't know if I have any recommendations. I mean, I don't ever really do Colorado ski and ski out. I did it in Telluride. Telluride was sick, but I don't even know the name of the place that we stayed in. Sebastian says, the more you spend, the more you save on Christie's Sports sale right now. Ooh, dude, that's one of the best ways as a retailer to get people to spend more money is to spend more, save more. It's like, dude, Bobby has the funniest logic. She'll be like, I got this shirt, and so it's $10 off. So that means I have $10 more to go spend on a different shirt. I'm like, why can't that shirt just be $10 off if we save $10? She's like, no, it's just a $30 shirt, and it was $10 off, so it's $20. So I have $10 more to go spend on just another shirt, and then we spend $30. I'm like, what? What is that logic? Oh, it's so funny. Dude, I'm so far behind in this chat. Oh, no, I'm not. I lost my spot. Where am I? How am I doing? There I am. Terry, inland surfer, man. How you been? I'm going surfing. D-Leaper just got his epic pass. Let's go. Kyle says, noise. Can't wait for the new goggles. Just got a new pair towards the end of last season, but would like to get those. Yeah, so also the price point for the Johnathan Buckhouse Pro Kuno Optics, they are going to be $80, just so you know. Just bring my goggles to Big Snow. Greg, I wish I could bring yours to Big Snow. I have 2 pairs, and the 2 pairs, I'm keeping both of them. One for me to ride, and then one, like, those are the first 2 pairs made, period. I got pair 1 of 1 and pair 2. I got pair 1 of 2 and pair 2 of 2. The 2 first evers, you know? Gotta keep those. Sonora Bay says, what's a good lower price board for me? I'm about 5'3" and want an all-terrain board. Any suggestions? I don't, because I'm not like actively looking for a new snowboard, so I don't know the prices or anything like that. I do know that a new snowboard goes around $600. It's insane to say that, because like, I can't believe that's where the price of snowboards have gone. $500 to $600 is what you would pay for a brand new snowboard. So I think if you can get a snowboard for around $300, like a last year's model, anything like that, that's a pretty good steal. Yeah, that's insane. The Amazing World of Aviation with Luke Skywalker. That's like a crazy name. How did Roman hurt himself? Roman was playing soccer barefoot on a roller hockey rink. I was not watching, but all of a sudden everyone's like, your son's crying. I was like, what? And he was surrounded by all the kids, and he said he slid, and the kid said he like slipped and fell down. So he did something to his foot. It's not his ankle, it's his foot. And he's all temporary casted up, and we'll find out tomorrow if he broke his foot or not. Kyle says, point your board downhill and you're good to go. One of the funniest starts to a video. Kyle, dude, I appreciate you remembering that. Michael says, Buckhouse, what's the tat on your right bicep say? Says, do not be shaped by this world, Romans 12:2. So that's my interpretation of Romans 12:2, but it doesn't say that verbatim. But I thought it'd be cool to get a scripture from the book of Romans, since my son's name is Roman, on my arm. My buddy Sean Oz, summoning tattoo in Silverthorne. Best tattoo in Summit, arguably in Colorado. He did an incredible job. But I'm a big fan of the, like, do not be shaped by this world. Everybody, so many people are sheeps. So many people just follow the crowd, everything like that. Like, you should do this. If you want to be a pro, this is how you're a pro snowboarder. If you want to do this, like, this is the only way to do it. Like, they're shaping people. They're out here just forming people, making them cookie cutter versions of everyone. So, like, I'm a big fan of, like, yo, I'm going to do it my way. I'm not going to be shaped by this world. I'm not going to be, no one's going to tell me how to do it. I'm going to figure it out. And I'm going to do it the way it works for me. And I mean, if you can't tell by my channel and what I'm doing in snowboarding, it's literally that. Like, technically, I'm not good enough of a snowboarder to be a professional. I couldn't ride in the X Games. I would not even place. I wouldn't even make it to finals. You know what I'm saying? Like, due to her, I'm not flipping more than twice. You know, maybe I'd love to do a double once in my life, or not a couple times. But like triple's not happening. Quad, I ain't doing a quad. Like that's just, I'm 30. You know, still have a lot left in the tank, but that's not happening. But being able to find my own way to be able to snowboard for a living is incredible. And it's just, I hope you guys can see that through hard work, you can make anything happen. And so that's what I'm out here doing. Austin, how we doing, Austin? Matt in the house. He says, hope the little man's okay. Sucks to happen at our house. It was amazing seeing you guys. Dude, don't even worry about it, dude. It could have happened anywhere. But yeah, we were at my buddy Matt's house. He has a hockey rink in his backyard. It's so sick. And that's what Roman got busted on. Hey, dude, little kids eat it. That's the way I look at it. If it wasn't going to be at your house, it was going to be somewhere else. Bambino, yo. Rad Dad said, I just got the golden orc. I'm ready for the season. Let's go, dude. Jason says 150 to 200 goggles. Run won't be enough. They're sick. I need 5 to 10 pairs for myself and family. Dude, Jason, buy them up, man. So Jason took me, Bobby, Roman, and Bristol out to a really nice dinner out in Oregon. So once again, Jason, thank you. And I did, because he was so generous, give him a sneak peek. He is one of the very few that have seen the goggles. And dude, he says he's buying 5 to 10 pairs of them. That's insane, dude. Do you think the K2 Vandal is a good board? Luke, I've never rode that board, but I rode the K2 Worldwide Weapon for years. Absolutely love that snowboard. I honestly might pick up another one or it's hard because I want to make my own snowboards, and I'm working with the Madison project, and we ran into a hiccup with the manufacturers for the pro model board. So that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm doing this internship. We're working on things, figuring it out. It's not as easy as just, I got a snowboard. Like, manufacturing is all jacked up right now. So finding manufacturers that can get us in, and then some that can get us in can only do like die cut bases, and the pro model board I designed cannot have a die cut base. It needs a printed base. So it's like, okay, well, we're going to use this die cut company. I got to come out with a different top sheet and things. It's like, it's a lot. I'm trying. I'm working every day as hard as I can. But I would love to get another flat profile snowboard. I think they're so fun and they're sick. Surfer Dude says, I need a sweet new board, wide and short than the 156, but not sure camber or hybrid. Oh, dude, Surfer Dude, it depends on how much, like, if you're really wanting to rip turns, especially if you're like in the surf and you want to like ride the mountain, turn the mountain, and you like hitting jumps, go with the camber. If you like buttering and kind of having more of a playful snowboard, go with the hybrid. If you like rails too, go with the hybrid snowboard. Matthew Silver, I remember everybody. What do you think of the new Burton boards? Joshua, I'm not going to lie. I haven't looked at a single, not one, maybe the Golden Orca and the Orca Split, 2022 boards. Not one. I just haven't even looked at them. I can't even tell you. I couldn't even, like, I don't even know if the Burton still makes Burton Customs. I'm sure they do. Bill for Dirt says, but once again, I'm trying to create my own snowboard company. I'm trying to make my own snowboards. I'm coming out my own goggles. Like, I have an infant. It's 2 months old. My son kind of almost just broke his foot. We don't know. Like, I don't have a lot of time, if that makes sense. Bill for Dirt said, I did ski in and ski out Angel Fire, New Mexico. Worth it. Dude, I can't wait to get in New Mexico and snowboard. Hope to do that this season. Green Keeper says, my brain hurts from the logic. Omar, what up? Alex says, yo, got my Icon pass this spring and I live on the East Coast. What mountain should I go to on the West in the winter? Definitely Copper. If you got Icon, Copper, Winter Park, Eldora are all super fun Colorado Icon resorts. Mammoth is a must. Mammoth is an insane resort. I think if you put it on Jackson Hole, it's an add-on to the Icon Pass, but Jackson Hole was incredible. Like, incredible. And that's all I got right now. There's gotta be a Utah resort in there. Snowbird? Snowbird. I think Snowbird's on there. Snowbird was sick. I gotta get back out to Snow Basin though. Would love you guys to put out some positive vibes for me to get the house I'm trying to buy. That is 3 minutes to get to my local ski hill, and the back deck has the view of the hill. Dude, positive vibes going your way. That would be so insane. I talk to Bobby about it all the time. I'm like, yo, it's so expensive to buy a house in Colorado. We should just go buy an on-resort, like ski and ski out house or condo at like a super small dinky ski resort that's like on the East Coast or something. And it might be worth it. Or like in the Midwest, probably the Midwest more than anything. Live right next to like Little Switzerland. Matthew, dude, so that you love the videos. Matthew, are you watching me on in the movie theater? My buddy Matthew has, my buddy Matt has an insane movie room, and like obviously in the movie room you have insane sound. He's like, yeah, sometimes I watch the videos here. I'm like, dude, you're listening to my voice in 3D sound. Like, that's nuts. Snowboard giveaway at 1 million subs. Ooh, I don't know. There will, when I finally get my pro model board out, there is going to be a giveaway. And I'm going to have it like in the background, like chilling here. And when we get 1,000 people, concurrent viewers on a live stream, so right now we have 64 people on the live stream. If we have 1,000 people on a live stream next winter during the season, I will give away the snowboard on that live stream. So we need 1,000 people on a live stream. Like, that is a huge goal of mine. 300 is the max I've hit on a live stream. So it's like, it'd be really hard to hit 1,000 concurrent viewers, but I'll probably mention it in some of the vlogs and things like that. If we get 1,000 people to be in a single live stream, on that live stream, I will give away one of my pro model snowboards. And maybe we might just do a snowboard if I don't get the pro model board. So out, once again, we're just dealing with manufacturers and stuff like that. Jen says 1,000 people is definitely doable. I think it's doable too, and I want to I think it'd be really cool to hook someone up with a snowboard. Out of that many people, how insane would that be? Vanilla Sense says, hey, Jonathan, I've been busy this summer. Happy you made it on the stream. I'm happy you're here too. Yeah, everyone gets busy. It's okay. Tashi, how we doing? Frosty, what up? Poorly Gorilla in the house. Mountain Bike, or MT Ben says, I really like your vibe. Reminds me of Seth's bike hacks. Not necessarily pro, but just good overall vibes and makes the sport fun. Dude, I appreciate that. I actually watched Seth's bike hacks, and exactly, like, that dude is crushing it for mountain biking, and I hope to be the same. I'd be honored to be compared to, I am honored to be compared to Seth Bike Hacks, because he does a lot for mountain biking, and I hope that I could do that much for snowboarding as well. Tashi, I'd love to get out to Japan. I'm not doing any world traveling until COVID kind of chills out a little bit more. Because I have a 2-month-old daughter, so I couldn't imagine going to Japan and then Japan shuts down and I can't get back home and all this stuff and I'm quarantining and all these things and it takes a month to get home to Bobby and Roman. Like that can't happen. It just can't. So I, because of my family, can't world travel like that. If I'm in the United States and they're like, we're not flying, I can at least rent a car or get a car and drive. You know, we can figure it out way more simple. Roman is feeling better. We're gonna take his temporary cast off tonight and look at his foot. We got the hot tub working. So our landlord had a hot tub here. We're like, does it work? He's like, I don't know, I never plugged it in. He's like, you guys can plug it in. So we got it all put up together, and so like the hot tub's working. So we're gonna, for the first time, use the hot tub. I'm really excited because that'll be huge for this winter with body recovery. Being able to get in the hot tub and like foam roll, stretch, barrel gun, and then go jump in the hot tub. Like my body will be so happy. Nick says, when do you shop start getting snowboard season items? Trying to get my first pair of boots. Right now, this is about like the best time to be buying gear. That's why I made it the topic of the live stream. By the way, guys, because like if you know you need to get snowboard gear, this is the time to start looking. Definitely the best time to get snowboard gear. Matt says, I've seen them and get them goggles too, or I'm getting those goggles too. Yeah, so I showed Matt yesterday the goggles because I was at his house. G-Dog says, have you ever ridden Solomon? What are your thoughts? So my first ever real snowboard, like when I say real, like first ever, like couple $100, like dude, real snowboard was the Solomon. I can't even think of the name. It's literally right in the garage. I love that snowboard, but I did the thing where I bought it too big. I was riding a 154. Right now, I could ride a 154 because of my weight. But when I bought it at a 154, I wasn't as heavy as I am now. I'm thick now. So yeah. What's a good board to get? Frosty, any board that gets you on the mountain more than 10 days a season. Because that's what's really gonna do it for you. Alex says, got my icon pass for the spring. Oh, I answered that one. Red Dag says, season is getting closer. Can't wait to get on my golden orca. I'm so stoked for the winter. Dude, so many people got the golden orca this year. It's gonna be everywhere. Oh, I want to do another, for anyone that's in Denver, all my Denver people out there, we're gonna do another meet and wax with Michael soon. We did them in October. And so I would like to do maybe 2 in October. Maybe that's pushing it. Maybe we do like an October and November meet and wax. But definitely want to do meet and wax. If you guys are in Denver and you're interested, let me know. If you don't know what a meet and wax is, me and the ski doc go to a bar down in Denver. So guaranteed you show up, I'm there, you come talk to me. If you bring your skis or snowboards, Michael will tune them up. You do have to pay Michael to do that. But he has like event prices, so it's a little cheaper than doing a house call. And yeah, he'll tune your gear up for the season. You get to hang out with me. We get to talk skiing and snowboarding. It's super fun. And I just love hanging out with you guys. Panella sent, look into evo.com, thehouse.com, or just Amazon for websites to get your first snowboard. Keep it real. Somebody says, my quote I made, keep it real, stick to what you know. Don't let people tell you what you can and cannot do. 100% keep it real. Caleb Hill says, thoughts on volume shifted boards like the K2 Party Platter. So, Caleb, I don't have a thought on it. Like, honestly, I don't. Just because I've never ridden a volume shifted board. So I have no idea. I don't. I will say I've rode a Gilson with the raised edges, and personally, like I'm not saying Gilson's a crap brand, but I hated the raised edges because with being an aggressive snowboarder, being a higher level snowboard, when I land a trick, I immediately want to get to an edge, and with the raised edge with the Gilson, it caused me to slip out a bunch, and I was not a big fan of the Gilson um, style of a board. So I would not recommend a Gilson to anybody, but my buddy Sean loves Gilson. So it's a lot of it's preference, but to me, you won't catch me on a Gilson. Mindy Dang, yeah, Roman is doing great. Thank you so much for asking. He possibly has a broken foot. So we've been having, today was pretty tough. Last night was really tough. He's feeling better. He just took a long nap before his live stream. He's probably awake now, but he was sleeping when I started the live stream. So after this live stream, we're gonna go take his wrap off, see how his foot's doing. We might let him into the hot tub tonight, because if he did break his foot, he's not gonna get the hot tub for a minute. So see if he's down, if he wants to jump in the hot tub, and then we'll go from there. Zach says, rock all Burton for cheaper than most. Buy the new board for. I think you're saying you buy board. I will say, like, a lot of the gear that I buy, like snowboard tools or board locks or things like that, like I actually kind of like to go more towards the Burton versions of them, just because like the Burton's been around forever. They do build quality product. Sometimes it might be a little more pricey. If you can find a friend with a pro form, or if you work for a ski resort, that's another way to save money on gear, is pro forms. You can usually get Burton stuff for 50% off, and that's pretty sweet. You should show your snowboard collection. That'd be a really cool video. I think that I actually had that as a video idea. Vanilla sent. Like show the boards and talk about them, and maybe play clips if I have clips from them. Not a bad idea. Paul says, bro, I love your lives. I wish I had more time to spend here. Dude, I'm sorry, man. I love going live and hanging out and talking with you guys. We've been talking for about an hour now, and it's just like, dude, time flies. We just hang out, we talk. You guys are sick. Sorry, I'm just checking it, make sure I didn't miss any donations. Red Dad said the Gorda Orca will sell out for sure, and they're only making it in 3 sizes. That makes it tough when the sizes are limited. But I know the Orca was more of a POW style board, so when you're riding powder, you can usually ride a bigger board and get away with it. You could do a meat and wax in Atlanta. Hey, dude, maybe we could take the meat and waxes onto the road if we get a big enough demand. Oh, yeah, okay. The volume shifting, meaning like, so it allows you to ride it shorter than normal. Is that where see, this is how much I do but don't know. Was that where like the toe edge is shorter, like the toe, like it's like notched, so like your toe edge allows you to get your toe edge quicker back to your heel edge. So much tech in snowboarding, man. If you guys could have been on a live stream 3 years ago, I would say 70% of the stuff that's coming out of my mouth, I didn't know what I was saying. Who else has school tomorrow? Not me. You can control more. See, Rad Dad is the type of person that I learned from, dude. He's out here spitting the knowledge. You have more control and can turn faster. Good for POW and trees and tight turns. Dude, I like tight turns. Like Ben says, are you going to shred the Epic Pass resorts this year, or have transitioned to Icon as your main resorts? I'm definitely going to be riding Epic and Icon. However, I mean, we're riding every resort in the United States. We got to go everywhere. But I thought it would be really cool. Maybe this is down the road, but like to sign up, like it'd be sick to get sponsored by like Epic or get sponsored by Icon, and I only ride Icon resorts for that season. But it's like a big like sponsorship with that resort. I don't know. Be cool. Things cool things down the line, but I like being able to go to whatever resort I want. That's cool. Vanilla Sen said, 7 people watching right now haven't smashed a like. We do have 50 people on the live stream and 48 likes, which tells me that someone in this chat has not smashed a like yet. What are you doing? Omar says, what are your thoughts on the local shops versus online getting new gear? I think I'm gonna go brutal. We have now known for probably like what, 5, 6 years, 7 years, to sell stuff online. If you're a snowboard shop and you don't have an online option to sell things or for people to buy your gear online, what are you doing? Like, your entire inventory should also be online for someone to order, especially your snowboards, especially your big priced items. Like, so when it's like, local shops versus online, your local shop should be online. Like, that is a reality now. If you're not doing that, then you're just asking to go out of business. Like, put the work in, put your inventory online. Like, that's how I feel about that. So you can still buy from your local shop. I'm the biggest fan of the consumer wins. Like, I own a business. I want my consumer to win. So find the best price you can find. So if it's like, in this shop, it's $50 more than online. I can get online for $50 cheaper. Go get it $50 cheaper, because then take that $50 and go buy a day pass and go snowboard again. Like, I'm on your guys' team. But like, so I went to Darkside Board Shop in Vermont, next to Killington. Super sick board shop. They got a free park for you to snowboard. It's a rad place. So what I did is I went in there and I bought one of their t-shirts, like one of their products, to support them. I think that's cool. Like, if you can buy like your local shop's t-shirt, that's a better route than buying a Burton snowboard from your local shop. I mean, they still get a kickback from there, but like, if you want to support your local shop, like wear their t-shirts, like wear their stickers, like go buy the stuff that they're making and they're getting a bigger margin on. That's what I would say about supporting your local shop. But what I would say, in Summit County where I live, like the Mecca, like Keystone, Brett, Cobb, I don't have a local shop. Like, there's not a single snowboard shop in this area that I'm like, that's my shop. I go there. Like, Big Hit closed. That was in Breck. That was like my local shop. That's where I would get all my gear back in the day. And there's one on the way up from Denver that I love to go to. That was a tiny little board shop. They closed. So it is what it is. But yeah, if you're a small board shop and you watch my videos and you don't have an option to buy your stuff online, like, figure that out. Like, especially a snowboard, because like, one of the ways, if I want a snowboard a certain size, I just go on Google and I'm like, Marhar Archaic 154. Like, if you have it online, it's gonna pop up, Roman is playing soccer. That's how he almost broke his foot. Tashi says, is a powder board worth it? They're pretty expensive, and I feel like it wouldn't use it too much. If you do not have the option to snowboard every time it's a powder day, I wouldn't buy a powder board. Because there's a chance that you might not get a powder day. Like, it doesn't, I would say most powder days actually do happen on the weekend, which is a bummer. But, yeah, if you're going to miss a bunch of powder days, like, it's not worth it. I have the option that, like, I could never miss a powder day. Anytime it snows all year, I'm there. I can make it. That's why I have a powder board. But also, I really like my Tellish Backslash. That board is so aggressive. It rips pow. And that's what I ride for big mountain riding. So, like, when I do my heli days and stuff like that, that's the snowboard I take. Because it's such an aggressive board that I know when I'm, like, on a 55-degree pitch or whatever, it's going to hold me in nice and tight, and I don't have to be scared. Oh, Rusty Nails Rider, appreciate the feedback. Says, don't put him in the hot tub for 24 hours after the injury. It could increase the inflammation. Good to know. So she says we were just about to ice him too. Oh, cool. Good. So Rad Dad says the Golden Orca isn't as POW focused as the Orca is. See, I didn't know that. I just thought it was a cooler design. Paul says, any tips on how to get out west this year if you don't have anyone else who wants to go out there expensive. The number one way to get out to a ski resort on the West Coast is just work for the resort. Most of them have employee housing. The biggest thing you're going to run into if you're trying to move out to Colorado and work at a ski resort or be next to a ski resort is just housing is through the roof. It's so expensive. But in Summit, where I live in Silverthorne specifically, we have a housing crisis. We also have an employment crisis. We have an employment crisis because we have a housing crisis. So like the Target in Silverthorne starting pay is $17 an hour. That's like what I made for many years as like a high manager in Target. Like blows my mind. That's what they start people at now. It took me years to get up to $17 an hour. I guess that's how it works. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you could don't work for the resort, go apply at Target, make $17 an hour, and then you can afford that more expensive place to live. Target will guarantee give you 40 hours. And if you do like the 4 a.m. to 12 a.m. shift, from 4 to 8, they give an additional $3 shift differential. So if you work 4 to 8 a.m. at Target in Silverthorne, you make $20 an hour during those 4 hours. Entry-level job, that's a steal. For Target, I mean, it's very minimal physical effort. J-Dog, I don't know anything about that snowboard, man. I'm sorry. We're doing a lot of snowboard talk, which is cool. But I am not ashamed to tell you guys, I do not know much about snowboards. I'm learning, like, Rad Dad right now is just taking me to school on the snowboard tech, which is fine because I need to learn it. Henrik says, I got my new boots and I'm about to order new board and bindings as well. Super stoked for the season, dude. Congrats. New gear is the best. And I'm a big fan of, like, when you like put money into new gear, you get financially invested in the season. It's going to make you go out more, which is also sick. Levy says, have you ridden the Capita DOA? Just bought last year's model, lightly used for 200. Dude, I know that's a steal on that snowboard, Levy. Horde, by the way. $200 for the Capita DOA. Let's go. I've never ridden the board, but I know it's one of the more popular boards out there. Surfer Dude says, yeah, man, how I am a South Carolina person supposed to get snow gear. I put it online and cheap. All right. I meant to say buy online. Penelson says, I have no local snowboard shops where I live. That's a real thing, too, is there's not the snowboard shop option. Jen says, my local snowboard skate shops does have their own website. I definitely try to buy local, but some things I can't find, or sometimes I can't find items for my daughter, and I have to buy online. It's just the reality of it sometimes is like those local shops don't have your sizes. G-Dog says, I feel if you go in person, they try and fit you to what would be best for you opposed to online. You kind of have to guess. Totally. There's an advantage if you're new to the sport to go into a snowboard shop and they will can definitely walk you through the process. And so that extra $50 you might be paying is worth it in the sense that they gave you all the knowledge and they hooked you up and made sure that you got the proper gear your size. That's almost priceless to know that you're leaving with things that are meant for your size, because nothing's worse than spending $400 on a snowboard that's too big. Like, you don't want to do that. Rad Dad says, I buy everything online. We don't have a ton of snowboard shops here where I live, just at our local resort for crazy prices. I do research and buy on the House or Evo always. House and Evo are two of the best websites to buy snowboard gear, for sure. Eric H says, we have an awesome local shop that sells used gear on consignment for really fair prices. It's amazing when you have a child that needs new gear every 2 years. 100% Eric. That's one of the best ways to do it. Nick says, would you recommend buying gear from REI or Sun or Ski? That's all we have here in Texas. So REI is very expensive. We have one up here in Summit, and I've gone in for a couple mountain bike things just because I knew they had them. And I'm like, dude, I'm paying ridiculous price for this. Sun and Ski, we have one up here in Summit as well. And it just, when you go to an REI or a Sun and Ski, just know that you're paying top dollar for everything. Like, you're not really getting deals. So you maybe go into those stores, see, like, touch the product, see if you like it, and then go online and find it. But I will say though, there is an advantage to buying like something from REI because they have like a ridiculous return policy. So to know that anything you buy from REI, especially if it's made by REI, like you have so long to return it, like there is an advantage to that. Also, if you're like an REI member, which I think is like $20, they give you a free snowboard wax. Every year you get one free snowboard wax, which pays for that membership, and you got to only pay it once. It's a lifetime membership for $20, and every year you get one free wax. By the way, just throwing that out there. They also do. It's a couple other things they do for skiing and snowboarding. Like they'll mount your gear if that's something you struggle with or something. So I don't know. Everything has benefits to it. Everything has like not benefits to it. Dude, this live stream is popping, by the way. So many of you guys hanging out. Are you guys getting ready for the the ski and snowboard season? Are you coming back to the channel? Did you guys not watch all summer long? How many people like missed a lot of the summer content? Because we've still been snowboarding. We've been pumping out the content. Pat the Sound Guy says, I think it's important to learn and figure out what board type, shape, and size works for you early on so you can buy online and use earlier. Yeah, it's definitely, if you're buying online, it's important to know what you're looking for. Like if you don't know what you're looking for and you don't know like what size or shape of snowboard you want, and you're just going, I want a $200 board, and you go online, that might not be the way to go because you might spend that $200 on a board you're gonna hate. Levy Howard says, I work at Target. Let's go. I need new boots. What do you recommend? Liam, it depends on how many days you ride. If you're like a 3 days a season kind of person, get a boot that when you put your foot in, it feels comfortable. If you go like 30, 40 times a season, go like a half size smaller to where you got to break in the boot, because if you're by the 8th day in those boots, you're going to pack them out, and you don't want your foot shifting in your boot. So, if you snowboard a bunch, get a smaller boot so it packs out, because every pair of snowboard boots every snowboard boot packs out, period. So do that. What colleges would you suggest for if you wanted to snowboard, go to school? Paul, dude, if you want to snowboard and go to school, go to Colorado Mountain College in Leadville. Colorado Mountain College. It is a college next to ski resorts. There's actually, I think there's one in Steamboat, there's one in Breck, there's one in Leadville. There's a lot of Colorado Mountain Colleges next to ski resorts. So if you want to snowboard and go to college, Colorado Mountain College. Cormac says, I'm a local at Windham. That was so sick seeing you review it. Dude, let's go. I can't, we still have to make the resort review of Windham. I said Windham. Windham was a sick ski resort. I can't wait to go, or I don't think we're going back to ride it, but I had a lot of fun there. Their park was really good. G-Dog says, do you think it's necessary to get a new board after a few years of riding it? It's not a bad condition. If it's not in a bad condition, there's no reason to get a new board. I could show you my snowboard. I have popped edges. The base is starting to warp. Obviously, the base just gets from hitting all the rails and things like that, it gets pretty beat up. Like the other thing is with how many times I'm jumping and popping and olling and stuff like that, the board gets kind of noodly, it gets softer. So that camber that you want, that super stiff snowboard, it gets broken in. So reasons like that might be why I get a new snowboard, is I get beat them up pretty good. But for the most part, if you don't have like 300 days on a board, you're probably good not having to get a new one. But what's the other one? Like, do you need a new board? Probably not. But do you really want one? Probably. Go, like, if you want it and you can afford it, there's no problem in getting it. If you want it and you can't afford it, don't get it. Stick with what you got and then work hard, make more money, and then you can't afford it, get it. But what we don't want is a bunch of people running around and buying new snowboards every single year when they don't need to and they can't afford it. Like, make sure you can afford it. No reason to go into debt for a snowboard when you have one that works. Liam says, absolutely upgrade your board. I went 7 years on my JR Flex board to Jones flagship. Wow, like driving a 2020 Honda Civic jumping into a sports car. Dude, so he has a great point. So obviously if you have like let's say you have like a board from the 90s, the technology has come a long way. So if you get on a new snowboard, it's going to be like, whoa, like that's actually pretty crazy of a difference. The other thing is sometimes you don't, like you bought that board so long ago, you don't know any of the specs about it. Like I was learning how to snowboard, anything like that. So then when you kind of put into like, yo, I know how to ride park, I know how to carve, I know how to ollie, I want a board that is going to really help me with those three things. Then you can kind of pick a board for your style of snowboarding, which will also make it feel like you just jumped into a sports car. Noah, what up? Says there's a bunch of local shops in Illinois. Would think there would be more in Colorado. There's a lot of ski shops. That's the thing, is like there's so many ski shops in Colorado. A lot of them are like corporations that like I have no emotional tie to Christie's Sports. I'll go in there and buy stuff because I can get it cheap there. I can get Roman stuff there for pretty cheap. But like I have no emotional tie to any board shop out here. Yeah. Dude, I'm trying to catch up on this chat. You guys are just still going. 57 people, man. This is insane. I'm going to have to jump off this live stream soon, though, because I told Bobby we would get in the hot tub tonight. And I also got to check on Roman. Nick says, nah, I can buy online. Just prefer to try to buy in-store, especially since this will be my first snowboard setup. But once again, Nick, by being your first snowboard setup, going in person, the person that you go and talk to could definitely kind of like show you boards and like explain the tech and things into them and kind of really set you up. Omar says, not all shops set you up appropriately. As an instructor, I've seen some crappy setups and people on the wrong setups. Omar, you're not wrong. Because you got to think too, like, is the owner of the shop trying to sell their most expensive gear? Or are they trying, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's their true intention? But also, sometimes the people working in the store aren't like tech gurus. Like they're just like, yo, I'm here for a paycheck. I get a free season pass. That's why I'm here. Like that happens all the time. Tashi says, I love watching your hood videos. Dude, the hood videos were so fun. I got them all out though. There's no more hood videos. By the way, if you last 3 days, I posted a couple of the family trip videos. Still check them out, guys. I promise they're just as entertaining as the snowboard ones. General Carter says, I was a little slacking on the summer content. I'm getting excited. Dude, use the summer content to get more excited. We made some fire videos. Eric says, I've been watching all summer. I'm liking the variety of content. Yeah, we definitely pump out some different type of stuff in the summer, like the zoo videos or us going to the beach as a family. I just try to mix it up. And then obviously we got the resort reviews have been pumping out. We're pumping out a resort review tomorrow. So Yeah, definitely get the Epic Pass before it goes up. Right, Dad says, I wish there was more Northeast resorts on the Icon and Epic Pass to make it worth it. We have so many resorts in New England, and most of them, of the resorts are out west. I won't be able to. That's what I've noticed with the East Coast. There's not a lot of Epic and Icon. Even in the Midwest, there's not a lot of Epic and Icon resorts. So that does make it tough. MT Ben says, does the ski dock repair core shots? Yes, he does. I have a terrible habit of skiing over exposed rocks. Ski dock can fix core shots. He's actually very good at it. I highly recommend the dock. Most of the time, he can make it look like there was never even a repair. Tashi says, if anyone in the chat is a skier, please give me a recommendation for a pair of park skis. Hashtag ski gang. Anyone got her? How'd you like riding at Mountain High? I loved it, Daniel, other than I destroyed my back there. I was having a blast, then slipped out so dumb on a cannon rail, hurt my back so bad, and then it kind of ruined the day. Mountain High was sick. Ooh, most of the gear, most of your links for gear are unavailable. Matthew, that's probably because I always go through my links right around this time and revamp them, because what happens is the gear sells out, or you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a snowboard jacket. There was only so many, and then sometimes they disappear. So thank you for letting me know that some of those links are not working. Like I said, I will be revamping the description of my video, and I don't do it to every video because I make a video every single day. But what I'll do is I'll have my updated description, and then whenever I go into an old video to edit something or steal a thumbnail or something, I just put in the new description. Mike says, do you prefer online retailer? I used to love Sierra Snowboards, but I think they either got absorbed by another site or went under. Peter Glenn is also good, but curious for your opinion. I just Amazon or Google. Sometimes I use Google search. I'm like, this is literally what I'm looking for. Like, I want a red DC jacket, and then Google's like, well, Evo's got one, and the house got one, and then I'm like, okay, I like this one, and then I get the name of it, and then I try and find it for the cheapest price, and whoever has it as the cheapest is who I'm buying it from. That's what I do a lot. Apple says, my boys love watching your family videos. Let's go. All right, guys, I kind of caught up on the chat. So are we overpaying for our snowboard gear? Brandon, more than likely, yeah. If you're buying it from a shop, if it's not discounted, if you're ever paying full price, you're overpaying for sure. Everything you're going to Japan, Daniel, 100% going to get to Japan. Just wait until COVID chills out. I talked about that a little earlier in the chat. All right, guys, thank you so much for this insane live stream. So we just got the hot tub fixed, so we're excited to jump in it. Also got to check out Roman. We did get Kev Bush says it's is it puking yet? Not yet, Kev Bush. Thanks for the 720 donation on Venmo, guys. Thanks for all the donations tonight. You guys are incredible. Roman's foot is hopefully getting better. We find out tomorrow if it's truly broken. The doctor said they couldn't really see anything on the x-ray, but it was a little soon. You guys, 60% of you guys said no, Jake Paul's not winning the fight tonight. So we'll find out if that's true or not. I think Jake Paul's got it. I think he's going to knock him out. And yeah, thanks for everything, guys. Resort review dropping tomorrow. And yeah, I was supposed to go snowboard today, but that all fell through. But with all that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Keep evolving. I messed up the outro. Snack stickers if you want, especially if you get a new snowboard.